with Big D and Bubba.
Oh, we're excited this week. Aaron Tippin.
Oh, Aaron Tippin.
Hey, look at that guy. We know him.
Hey, boy.
We got a lot to get into with Aaron. We're talking music, things he's in now, and more. Aaron Tippin, our guest this week. Love Aaron. Hello, Aaron.
Hi.
Why are you so weird? You're always weird.
Well, you make sport of me because I talk country
No.
and western.
You do it all.
Oh, you doing both?
Why, yeah.
Oh, who knew?
I studied it.
Well, actually, you're more country and eastern.
That's what I think, too.
Yeah.
No, it's city and eastern country.
That's right. I got you. Hey, talk to us about "Got to Stand for Something." Did you know this is going to be a thing? Like you're like, oh, this song.
Oh, man. You know, I guess the first thing I got to say, kind of got sad news. I don't even know if you guys heard, but Buddy Brock, my co-writer on that song, passed away.
Oh, no, we hadn't
Yeah,
heard.
a couple. I'm just telling you, man, it's heartbreaker. I'm telling you, that one hit close.
Yeah.
And anyway, but what a great guy! And this was my first hit. He and we almost wrote the entire album, us two together, and so, man, that song's very special, man. Now every time I hear it, I get to
Thank you, him.
old buddy,
Oh, buddy. Well,
old Brock.
here you go. It's got to stand for something. Aaron Tippin is our guest this week. Aaron Tippin is our guest this week on Honky Tonkin. And first off, congratulations. Congratulations. You got your own alley. You now you have an alley.
What do
now.
you mean an alley? Somebody named an alley after you?
That's right. Because they wouldn't allow my name out on the front of the street. So they stuck it in the alley.
Aaron Tippin Alley.
No, I'm pretty proud of this. You know, John Anderson's got one right over there beside me.
Oh, he does.
He has an alley?
He has an alley,
He
too?
has an alley, too.
Wow. So it's just a whole alley
It's
thing.
what we do up in Smithville.
Smithville, Tennessee is all about the alley.
So you got your alley yet?
You didn't
I'm
get
still
Aaron
working on it.
Tippin Way or Aaron Tippin Boulevard or anything? Just...
Oh, you know, actually, there was an Aaron Tippin Street back in Greer, South Carolina.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Hometown.
Yeah, I think they changed it since then.
They're like, Smithville's doing an alley for this guy. Can we just make it an alley? Aaron Tippin is our guest this week, and you got a lot of songs, big hits, blah blah blah. I will say though, my all-time favorite. Think of You. I think of one song, Blue Angel.
And you can't just, and I'm actually shocked you just said it like
I
that.
usually go Blue Angel. I
You
usually
do the little half yodel.
Yeah, I usually do.
Well, I got to tell you, boys, I came to town to put that on a record. I'm not kidding you, man. That's one thing I wanted to do.
That was your goal, to go to Nashville just for that song?
Well, I wanted to put the country blues yodel back into country music, and that's what happened.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, that yodeling, it's, when you hear the song, it stands out because you just don't hear that.
It's different.
And now it's one of my favorites, and it's so many other people's favorites.
It's going to be stuck in your head all week.
And the video with the Blue Angels.
Oh, yes.
Pretty cool. How did that happen?
The Blue Angel video?
Yeah.
That's just a treatment they sent to us, and it sounded cool, and I got to be a cop and carry a gun, and
So there you go.
that was cool.
He,
Miami Vice.
it's Blue Angel and Aaron Tippin. Aaron Tippin is our guest this week, and
He brought wine. The guy came by with wine.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're a good man.
Well, I am.
How long you been hawking this booze there,
I think
Aaron?
in about 15 years with Stonehouse Winery, we're partners with those guys. And, hey, we go up there, me and Mama Boy, we go up there and we make wine.
Yeah.
Do you guys still do the blackberry one too?
No, we don't do a blackberry anymore. We do the blueberry, we do the cherry, and now we got a new Riesling.
Okay. All right.
I like it though, man.
So if somebody was interested in checking out the Aaron Tippin wine, do they just go to like a website, your website?
Oh, yeah, they can go to stonehousewinery.com and check it out. I think we got a link, don't we, Mom, to the winery? Yeah, I think we do.
I think you just Google Aaron Tippin wine.
Yeah,
You'll get some fun pictures, and then eventually you'll get
and
the
then
link.
there you see me in the alley playing.
In his own alley with his own wine. Aaron Tippin's our guest this week. You can check him out online at Aaron Tippin Instagram. He's a big Instagrammer. You love Instagramming.
I love it.
He's a big,
No, really.
big fan of it. Hey, talk to us about this song. It's your first number one. Ain't nothing wrong with that radio.
Wrote this song about my old car, Daisy.
What kind of car was Daisy?
Daisy was a Toyota Corolla station wagon.
Okay.
Ooh,
I
nice.
paid $400 for her, and that was my ride to Nashville.
Oh, wow.
She's an old station wagon, and she hauled me many a mile back and forth between South Carolina.
Yeah.
Do you wish you still had Daisy?
I do have
You
Daisy.
what?
I still have Daisy.
Oh, wow.
And that's my goal. And me and Thea were talking about it. I want to put her back together just like she came off showroom.
Oh,
floor.
yes.
And,
there's
and then,
so-
hey, you know what? Then we'll come driving around town.
I love it.
Dowdy.
And the only thing they're working is probably the radio.
radio.
Yeah. Aaron Tippin is our guest this week. Something you may not know about Aaron is that he's been struck by lightning twice.
I didn't know that about Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Tippin has been struck by lightning twice?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
What? Do you have like any like weird like scar like where it came out of your big toe or anything?
I had no effects on it at all.
Nothing.
No effects on it at all. No effects on it at all.
It has
No, really? Okay, well, like the second time I got hit,
How old were you the first time?
I was a teenager.
Okay.
Me and my dad and our neighbor were building a farm fence, and it hit the fence. We were hanging on to it.
And you were holding it at the time.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow.
that hurt.
Yep.
But that just knocked us down. But the last time I got hit, hopefully the last time I'm going to get hit, I was working on a dump truck, and it struck the truck.
Wow.
And buddy, I was laying on a concrete floor, and my left elbow, it came out of my body at the left elbow, and there was a little black hole in my elbow where it came out. And then
What?
the top of my butt, bottom of my spine, was a big black bruise.
Wow.
That hurt.
Do you have any special powers now?
Yes. Look my hot wife.
There you go. That's all you need. Aaron Tippin is our guest, and you have done lots of albums, lots of songs, lots of touring for not only domestically but for USO, and we'll talk about that. But the song, That's As Close As I Get to Loving You, a number one song for you, but it came like a little later. Were you kind of like, we got number ones, and then not number ones, and then pow, this is your fifth album.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Pretty
happened.
rare,
I mean,
isn't it?
Yeah. Man, I was comeback Johnny there for a minute.
Yeah.
And and something really different. We've been touring, and Steve Gibson was cutting records on me at that time, and I was, I just couldn't hit the usual high notes that I did. He said, "Hey man, let's lower this thing a couple of keys, see what it sounds like." And then I found my Frank Sinatra voice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Someday when I'm awfully low.
Aaron Tippin's our guest this week on Honky Tonkin. Aaron Tippin is our guest this week. You know him as a singer. You may know him as a male model. I don't know if he's ever done that. He could have. But we know him as a phenomenal pilot. Congratulations with the Wright Brothers Master Pilot Award.
What?
I think they got me mixed up with somebody else.
What
They gave you the Master Pilot Award?
Is that the
It's
highest?
50 years of flying without a blemish on my record.
Wow.
Or that I never got caught.
I was going to say, you never.
Well, we know about the man.
We
the
know- we
one
get a
crazy,
couple.
the one crazy thing that I always remember about you is was it the Stearman you were flying that the prop ended up?
Yeah.
You sheared like the prop, the drive shaft or
Yeah,
whatever.
the
prop was.
engine locked down, and unbeknownst to us, there was a crack in the crankshaft. And when the engine locked down, the propeller left the airplane. That was
And that's an open cockpit airplane.
yes,
And so it just got quiet.
really quiet.
Lots of wind.
It's a very unique club, the Stearman Glider Club.
Yes.
It goes, no kidding, it goes because normally the prop have a little puff, 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 puff.
Yeah.
puff when you idle down to land, and you get a little puff, 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 and no puff, puff, puff.
No. So what happened after that?
Well, I there was a field that I could land it in, get it stopped. So that's what I did.
You landed it in a field.
It was very interesting, in fact, that I'd lost 120 pounds of counterbalance because, airplanes are like a seesaw. You got to keep them weight and balance to a certain degree to keep the airplane from being too nose heavy or too tail heavy.
Right.
So losing 120 pounds up front, boy, when I tried to land
things.
it, I mean, it changed things. I was trying to touch down on the main wheels so I could get the brakes going and get it stopped because I'm headed for an 8-foot ravine. And I didn't get the chance. Stick was full forward, and it just three-pointed. Bam! Hit the ground, and I got on the brakes. And I always say this, you know, the book says you can stop a steerman in 350 feet. You know what I say? If you're really scared, you can stop a steerman in 310 feet. I walked it off. Thank you, Jesus. That was a good day.
Aaron Tippin is our guest this week. So, Aaron, this is a part of the show where we call it Dealer's Choice. You get to play whatever you want, but you have to tell us the story behind this song.
Oh, well, first of all, does anybody watch Landman?
Oh, sure.
And Mark Collie, the sheriff on Landman?
Yes.
The little song that me and him wrote together, and it was his first single, little tune called "She Wants Something with a Ring to It."
He's so good. Not only as a
man.
I feel like he can do anything.
That guy was just one of the unsung great songwriters in Nashville. Man, that guy.
So talented.
Yes.
And he can act.
Yes.
He just acting like himself.
You remember when he did that Johnny Cash thing?
No.
Oh, he did. He kind of did back when they were going to do the Johnny Cash story, I think he was wanting that part. And he did a trailer. It was crazy great.
I'm sure that's out on YouTube somewhere.
It probably
We'll have
is.
to dig it up.
Y'all
All right,
got to
well,
dig it up. You won't believe it.
Until then, let's go into this. It's Mark Collie, and Aaron Tippin is our guest on Honky Tonkin.
Aaron Tippin is our guest this week. You can find him online at Aaron Tippin. All the touring scene, busy. I know I see you and Colin Ray and Sammy Kershaw. You guys are out. You guys are like buds. I want to see you guys like touring, like not only touring, but going on adventures together. Like, hey, today we're going to Dollar General.
Oh, yeah. You remember that show where it was like Terry Bradshaw and a bunch of guys and they went out?
I want to see that.
Awesome seeing y'all do that.
I don't know. Can't get all three wheelchairs on a bus.
Stop it.
The wheelchairs on the bus go round and round.
Aaron Tippin is our guest this week, and man, we talk about Aaron Tippin, I think of patriotism. I think you're one of the most patriotic artists to ever sing country music,
America.
And
God bless you.
this song that we're about to play, "Stars and Stripes,"
It had two lives, didn't it? Because it was out way before 9/11.
We had written it, and I wanted to put it on one of my albums with Lyric Street at the time, and they said, "Well, we're thinking about going another direction."
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, "Well, okay." And so it just kind of laid there in catalog. And then after the attack, Randy Goodman asked me to do Stars and Stripes. I mean, You Got a Stamp or something, and we were going to have a album or a single that we could donate to the Red Cross for the terrorist victims. And anyway, I remembered this old song, and so I went in and recorded it too. And I took it to Randy. I said, "I think this is what we should send to America," because it was the time for that song.
Yeah,
it was, and I think that's why it didn't get cut the first time, because it had a bigger life. And
yeah, you're right.
Bigger something to do, and boy,
Sometimes we don't
was I proud.
understand.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, my little feelings were hurt.
Right.
And
Yeah. Bigger things were coming.
Bigger things were coming.
Aaron Tippin is our guest this week, and I love that you've got who else in the band now? You've got just one of your sons is in the band now. Of course, Thea, your wife Thea is in it because she keeps the band together. But who all else is in the band that's family?
Youngest son Tom, he's in the band and singing backup and playing acoustic guitar. And he's working on his own thing.
Yeah.
And so anyway, that's pretty cool to have them both out there together. Because now we got that Tippin harmony thing going.
Yeah, is that a real thing?
It is a real thing.
The blood harmony.
You get that?
Yeah.
I know the Judds always kind of talked about that. There was this thing with families. It's weird. I don't get it, but is it hard for you? Like, does he want to hear, not want to hear your dad's advice on the music business and all that?
Well, he's always thinking I'm trying to force him to be a country singer.
Yeah.
But no, he's come to appreciate the experience that Thea and I have had over the past 30-some-odd years, you know, and in the music business and making sure you make the right moves. Because, well, I made plenty of wrong moves, and, you know, I lost some traction here and there.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, Aaron Tippin is our guest. You can find him online at Aaron Tippin. Aaron Tippin is our guest this week, and if you ever need a bicycle built, this man is – how many have you built now on stage?
I don't know.
A lot.
A lot. We built a lot of bikes. I don't do it anymore. I
don't blame you. I was like, golly, how long are you going to do this every night? You're going to do this every single night?
Old nimble fingers ain't nimble fingers anymore. But when I spend more time chasing parts around the stage trying to pick them up. When I drop that for you.
Is that a washer?
Can you get that for me, please?
I remember the first time I was watching you, and you're going into Working Man's PhD, and you for those who don't know, during the song, he would put together a bicycle.
Yeah.
And did you just donate the bicycle? I don't remember.
Yeah, we would have a Marine come. And we would donate the bike to Toys for Tots.
Okay.
It's just an awareness thing for Toys for Tots.
Yeah. And you could have it done by the end of the song?
Yep, 3 minutes.
In 3 minutes, you could put a bike together.
Did you ever fail and just be like, extend this a couple seconds, boys?
Yeah?
Somebody takes a tool out of the box, doesn't put it back. Or somebody, believe me, and when I was out with Brooks and Dunn, they were always jazzing us, doing something, you know, and oh man, open the toolbox, you never know what you're gonna find in there, and somebody just miss a part, not get it back in the box,
and you're like, hey, let's do that chorus again. Hey,
around, boys.
Let's keep on going.
Somebody ride.
Aaron Tippin, our guest this week. Love Aaron, love his wife Thea, and the whole family, and
love the wine.
Love the wine. Yeah,
it's easy to love.
Yeah, it's easy, not hard. I remember over the years, there's been all kinds of different things that you've gotten into, whether it's like health and fitness kind of stuff, the wine. I remember weren't you making some sort of like, was it knives or something? Was there something else that you were making and selling? I can't remember what it was. Oh, what was that?
He did have the hot dog stand for a while. I remember that.
Well, yeah.
Oh, you're going to talk about the old Carolina dog.
So Carolina dogs is a thing. Explain this to people who don't know.
Well, where we grew up, the Greeks families, they did all the fast food restaurants, drive-ins in the 50s. They had an incredible recipe for a silly little hot dog. Mm-hmm. And it lives today.
It was like the best chili I think I've ever had.
I know.
It's the finest.
It's just
like the ground meat and the chili was like so fine, and it was like sand.
It's crickets. It's cricket meat. I don't know what's in that.
Spiro and Charlie, they'll be listening. That's a Little Rebel. That's in Blue Ridge, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Go get you one.
Go get you one. You can. We've had them together with you at your place, and they were great. I mean, to this day, we're still talking about those hot dogs.
Yep. Well, I love them. And every once in a while, we just load up the car and drive down there and get about 3 dozen.
Take them back.
Bring them back to Tennessee.
Aaron Tippin is our guest this week, and you've done so many tours, of course, with Brooks and Dunn, doing that.
Oh, boy.
You got good Brooks and Dunn stories.
Oh, man, let me tell you something. Those guys were tricksters extraordinaire.
Really?
I mean, they were always. And, of course, we had to counterattack.
Oh, right.
But I remember one time, this is probably the highlight of it, but at one time, I had a phone booth off the side of the stage. It's on stage, but to the side of the stage. And I would jump in there from my Hank Williams Sr. outfit, and it was a Velcro suit. And I'd strip it off and put it down, and then I'd come back out in my Superman outfit. And so one day, well, it's showtime, it's time to go. And I jump out there and I do the Hank thing, and then I'm run into the
phone booth
to do my change. I rip the curtain back, and they're all standing there looking at the edge of the stage. I rip it back, and they had hired a stripper, and she's standing in there in this little bitty outfit.
Yeah,
and I said, look, I got a show to do. I said, you can leave. You're gonna have to help me get undressed and something. And so then I said, well, I got to do something to get even. I said, hey, you're about to be part of a country show. And I threw her over my shoulder and walked out.
Good old Brooks and Dunn.
Oh, man. So then I went and got the squirt guns, soap guns, and I had the monitor down in front of them in the grate. And me and my tour manager got down there, and we soaked their butts.
Oh, just from underneath?
Yeah. That's great. Clawed under the stage. And
Aaron Tippin, our guest, did you go work out this morning? Have you already lifted weights this morning?
I have not. We're going to do that this afternoon when we get home.
You've always been in shape. You've always been like, everyone would talk about, hey, Aaron Tippin, it's annoying. But
well, hey, y'all, from Christmas to about just a couple of weeks ago, I just fell off the wagon, man.
Me too.
You look it. What a horrible looking guy you are. Yeah.
Maybe it'll get better.
Yeah. So you're back in now? You're back on it?
Yeah, back on it.
Okay.
Thea rode me like a Brahma bull.
Yeah.
Get back in the gym. You're getting sloppy.
Get sloppy. Well, you're looking great. I'm glad you're back in.
Well, thanks, buddy. It is fun. And, you know, what are those endorphins?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like Flipper.
Yeah.
And
a dolphin.
it just makes you feel better. Yeah, it's a dolphin.
Dolphins.
Endorphins.
Oh, my gosh. Did you just do an endorphins dolphins joke?
Oh, that's great.
I think I did.
Oh, boy. Aaron Tippin is our guest this week, and I can't go without mentioning Kiss This, song co-written by your beautiful wife, Thea.
I remember how scandalous this was to play.
Oh, my goodness.
There were program directors
didn't
and
wanna play
music
it.
directors who were like, this is a little risque. And I'm like, country music has always been risque.
Right. I mean, just tell it like it is.
Did you ever have to, like, make decisions, like, or were there people, like, really not playing it because they thought it was scandalous?
Well, and actually, promo team was quite nervous about how are we gonna get this played at country radio. I said, "Come on, y'all, this is a smash.
Yeah.
You want a hit record, or are we gonna worry about?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's crazy. And then, I don't know, sometimes songs can get, I mean, think how close that song could have gotten squashed
oh yeah,
and never
Yeah.
been heard, really.
Oh yeah.
It's a number one for him. Little Kiss This with Aaron Tippin. Man, I got to tell you, Aaron Tippin, our guest this week, go and find him online at Aaron Tippin, Instagram and all the socials and touring and all that. Just been fun. You're the best.
Hey man, I miss you guys.
Well, it's like having you
Dadgummit.
here is like having a little sound effect machine in the background. We'll be talking, and all of a sudden,
Aaron, you're like, I don't know, easily the most immature artist in country music.
Yes,
I mean,
thank you.
Not even close. You can try and fake it with that silly mustache of yours, but
Surely there's a trophy for this.
absolutely. Aaron Tippin, everyone.
Y'all, it's time to go. Honky Tonkin on the radio. With Big D